Hello and welcome to Arkansas Style. I am your host, Nicole Neiman, and we're super happy to have you join us, kicking off your week with a great show, so let's get right to it. In studio today, Lion Legal is roaring to the rescue. We'll chat with attorney Tara Poole, who's a partner and an attorney ad litem. She'll answer some viewer questions about certain aspects of the law. Today's topics are about children, their parents, and their rights. Tara will break it down for us in a few minutes. Plus, friend of the show and boss lady Merica Prophet here, along with Warren Booker Jr. They're talking about the upcoming Juneteenth and the Rock celebration going on here in the capital city. We'll chat with them in a few minutes to get all the details. And my gal pals are here today, Misty Wilbanks and Stacy Drilling, owners of the ever-popular Southern Cypri. And in honor of Father's Day yesterday, they're mixing up something for the dads, a Father's Day old-fashioned. We'll catch up with them a little later in the show. But before we get to all of that, our first guests are at Home in Arkansas magazine, and the June issue is something we can relate to here on Arkansas Style. Since, of course, Studio B is under construction, this issue is the new construction issue. And joining me now, Editor-in-Chief Stephanie Maxwell Newton, along with Lisa Stagg, designer and owner of LJ Interiors. Okay, ladies, well, thanks for being here.
Hey, thanks for having us. We're so glad to be here.
Yeah, we're all about the buzz of a new construction.
Yes, it's a lot of work, as Lisa here can attest to. Yeah, this issue is all about new construction homes, building from the ground up. It's a totally different beast than renovating or remodeling. Before you had done this house, you had remodeled, right? But this was your first new build.
This is our first new build, yes.
Yeah, Lisa, your house is the cover story, right?
That's exciting, yes.
Okay, and what's fun about your story is that you were not going to necessarily build new, you're going to renovate the old. What ended up happening?
Well, we had just renovated our bathroom in our old home, and a realtor friend called us. It was during the pandemic when the housing industry was booming, and she said she had some potential buyers for our home. Would we be willing to let her look at our home? So at first we said no, and we were like, no, we're going to stay here. We'd been there for 20 years, and then a couple of weeks later, she came back, asked us again, and my husband said, you've always wanted to build, so why don't we do it? So that's how we got to build.
Challenge accepted.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, so we're looking at some pictures on the screen. I mean, Lisa, wow, talk about refreshing. I mean, it just brings you joy looking at these.
Thank you.
Tell me about that color palette.
Well, I go with a neutral color palette in my home, but I love pops of color. The bedroom is where I did keep it pretty neutral. At the end of the day, I like it to be serene in my bedroom, so I kept it that. But I have pops of color throughout my home. I love it.
Stephanie, you would describe this as modern Southern or transitional.
Yes.
Can you define that for me?
I got that modern Southern from Lisa. I love that. That's a great way to describe that. Transitional is kind of that meeting place between traditional and contemporary. So you'll see there was some floral wallpaper, there were some stripes, some kind of classic looking furniture, but lots of fun modern and contemporary pops too, especially in the lighting and some of like these chairs that are on the cover, the orange. Those are just a more modern shape, and it kind of keeps it fresh and new and something a little different.
Yes.
All right, well, all my Arkansas fans, you know, you've just learned a new term, modern Southern, and I think we can all get in on that trend. Lisa, what was fun is the lighting aspect of this. This is something that I consider, you know, you really need the help of an expert.
Yes.
Talk to me about that process.
Lighting was my favorite thing to do in my home, and I spent a little more money on that. But I feel like lighting is your accessories of your home. It's kind of like an outfit. Your lighting is what finishes it and completes it. My dining room is the first piece I picked, and when I chose my dining room light fixture, I kind of wanted the other light fixtures to marry to that, so that set the tone for the house for me.
Yeah, you know, lighting is the jewelry of the home, you know, these days, and they really are the centerpiece. I think that can make a big statement. I know when I moved here to Arkansas, you know, I rented an old apartment, and I brought in the most magnificent chandelier to be like, okay, you've got, you know, a new mom in town, and it really is the centerpiece of the room. I like the idea of kind of marrying it to all the other lighting fixtures. Again, I think that's a great design trick.
Yes.
When you're picking out lighting, are you looking at the scale of it? Are you looking at the width, the height, you know, the amount of light that it puts off? I don't really even know, you know, what are the rules behind all of that?
You do want to look at the scale, but you also want to look at the design of your home. And that's kind of what I played off, since my home was what I call modern Southern. I wanted it to feel warm and welcoming, but I wanted it to be a little different from what you saw every day.
Of course, you do this for a living. Yours has got to really shine. Also, you had some custom details that you put into the home.
Yes.
Tell me about those.
We have, I found a wallpaper that I wanted on my ceiling in my dining room. It was out of my budget range. It was a hand-painted wallpaper. It was called Tangled. And so Tracy Rivers with Angelfish, AF Decorative, she came in and brought her team, and they painted my dining room ceiling, and it looks fantastic.
So cool.
They did a great job.
Wow, that is a custom touch for sure. Stephanie, of course, you do this month after month after month. You know, what really stands out for you in this particular home design?
Oh my gosh, so much. I love it. One thing I know you mentioned about that you wanted when you designed the home is just how much light fills this space. I feel like it just makes it feel so open and beautiful and airy and welcoming at the same time. And it just suits the neutral color palette and the pops of color so well. So that shot that we've seen a few times of the living room with the huge windows, I just feel like that really makes a statement.
Yes.
It's gorgeous.
Yes.
Well, we love what your magazine does. I mean,
Thank
even
you.
if you're not in new construction or you're about ready to do a refresh, I mean, in my opinion, it's called Nosy Neighbor. I love peeking inside people's homes, and that's exactly what your magazine does, month after month, statewide distribution. Where can we pick up a copy?
Yes, you can get pretty much anywhere magazines are sold. You can find it at Walmart, Walgreens, Kroger, anywhere with a newsstand. You can subscribe online, go to athomearkansas.com. You can also, there are some free pickups around town at some of our advertisers, so just keep your eyes peeled.
Oh yeah, don't miss it. I mean, this is really something to devour. Lisa, if people want to connect with you with your design services, how do they do that?
They can reach me. I have Instagram. I'm Lisa Stagg, LJ Interiors on Instagram, and I have a Facebook page as well, LJ Interiors. So.
Well, what fun.
Yes.
Stephanie, great to see you as
Yeah,
always.
thanks for
Lisa,
having
great
us.
to meet
Thank
you,
you
and
so
we'll wait
much.
to
Thank
see
you for
what
having
happens
me.
next month.
Yeah,
Thanks.
sounds
Okay,
good.
terrific. Again, you can pick up your copy of At Home in Arkansas June's issue on stands now, or head to athomearkansas.com to start your subscription and bring the best of home design straight to your door every month. Stick around, we're talking about the upcoming Juneteenth and DeRock celebration here in Little Rock, organized by the Mosaic Templars Cultural Center. We'll get all the deets. That's next on Arkansas Style.
You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
Welcome back to Arkansas Style. Our next guests are here to talk about one of the best celebrations in the capital city. It's the 16th annual Juneteenth in DeRock, organized by the Mosaic Templars Cultural Center. And here to talk about this year's festivities, none other than Merica Prophet and Warren Booker Jr. Well, first of all, folks at home, stop what you are doing and look at your TV screen, because we have some incredible fashion here. I mean, supermodels, qu'est-ce que c'est?
Keep going, keep going, girl, keep going. Yes.
Oh my gosh, and Merica, your sunshine.
Thank
Oh
you.
my gosh, I just love when you're here.
Oh, me too. Thank you for having me.
And Warren, great to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Okay, all right, well, enough of me gushing, really and truly, because this is an event that really deserves a lot of attention.
Yes.
Merica, what's happening?
Oh my God, it's a party. We always
It's a party.
say it's nothing but a party, y'all. So get ready for a fun full week, actually. It starts all next week, but Saturday is the big day.
Okay, and what's happening, Warren, on Saturday?
We have our annual Juneteenth in the Rock celebration, which will bring a lot of local talent. It's actually a party, as she stated.
Absolutely.
And she and I, America and I, we're going to bring the heat, as the Inviting Arkansas magazine has said, even though it's going to be hot that day as well. But it's all day full of festivities celebrating Juneteenth.
Yeah, and it's family friendly. Specifically, you'll have music, you'll have food, you'll have activities. I mean, you're bringing it all.
It's starting bright early in the morning with the 5K run, but you know, I'm not doing it this year, okay? I gotta go get my makeup done so I can be ready for the stage. But yes, we have some fabulous artists, from local artists like Bijou and Nikki Parrish and our friend G Pace. So I'm excited to hear the good music, eat the good food, and guess what? We're gonna be doing line dances. So I need y'all to bring your boots. Y'all know, boots on the ground. So we better make sure that we are ready for a party.
All right, I'm not intimidated of that. I can do a line dance or two.
We love that.
But on a serious note, what is the significance that we're celebrating around June 19th?
The significance that we're celebrating is 2 years after the signing of the Emancipation Proclamation, individuals in Galveston actually found out 2 years later that they were actually free. So that is the purpose of celebrating that. And we celebrate that through music, because music helps you get through things and get over things. So we come together with food, fun, fellowship, and just a celebration of the freedom.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. And you can go inside the museum to see the exhibits. That's going to be open, and that way you can cool down, you can take pictures and learn about our Arkansas history, because it's a lot. So 9th Street, do y'all sleep on it now. Do not sleep on 9th Street history.
All right, well, transitioning into sleeping a little bit, there's also going to be some yoga, so we can do some relaxing.
Yes. So you have to go to Juneteenth Little Rock to register, so you can see all the events. It's lining up for the big event for Saturday. So we got so many things, and you got to get your. It's actually sunset yoga, so it may not be as hot, right? But just be ready, because we need to be stretched and ready for Saturday.
That's right.
I like your moves. Okay, also you are partnering to really focus in on the health aspect. Talk to me a little bit about those details.
Well, we got some screening there. We want to take care of your health. I know it's going to be hot, but there's an opportunity for you to go in there and cool down, to check your vitals, to see, you know, what's happening in the inside, right? So you can speak with some professionals that they can give you some pointers on health and wellness and things like that. So I think that's really important, because sometimes we kind of miss that, right? We just want to eat good. We don't think about what it's doing to our bodies. So I think that's really important.
All right, well, let's start at the top and get specific, especially about the Saturday events. What time it is, where it's at, and how people can attend.
Well, it starts bright and early at 7 o'clock. It's from 7 to 7. It's on 9th Street, the Mosaic Templar. So be sure to park, get there early so that you can bring your lawn chairs, your cooling fans, and make sure that you have plenty of hydration, okay? Some
Very
water. And then what else have we got for them?
Well, actually, yeah, as you say, it starts bright and early with the 5K race. And if you visit JuneteenthLittleRock.com, you will see a breakdown of the artist times. We want you to be there to celebrate them all. However, if you want to come at a particular time, you can visit the website and find out the information. There will be some great performances, again, local as well as national artists. We have Elle Vonner, who is coming, who is a national artist, as well as October London. So we're very excited about that. And we're expecting the numbers to be huge this year because of our local and also our national artists that will be attending.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, Trey was just doing an amazing job. He's producing the show today, and he was kind of going through that website, scrolling through it. I mean, it is endless, the different activities.
So
and like you say, I mean, it really is family friendly.
Absolutely. And y'all, it's family friendly, kids zone. So if you do want to bring your kids, please do, because we have some activities for them. And I want to come and talk to all the vendors, and I want to try their food and their good drinks, okay? Because that is what I'm all about, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll need y'all to bring out your social media, because you can follow everything on Mosaic Templars and Juneteenth in the Rock. So you can see what's happening, and you won't miss anything. That's what it's all about.
Well, the two of you are definitely bringing the heat and bringing the fashion. I can't wait to see what you're going to wear, America. I got to be honest. I mean,
Me too, girl. I'm trying to
Working
figure
on
it
that
out.
now.
going to be. You two also have things that you're doing outside, of course, planning this activity. America, you're doing a podcast now.
Yes, girl. I just opened up my own content studio called Vibe and Vision Content Studio, one block from Children's Hospital, 1124 South Battery. And we just had our magazine party, because we were both invited in Arkansas celebrating Juneteenth in the Rock. And that was loads of fun. So y'all have to come see us.
Yeah. Influencers for sure, with your finger on
Indeed.
the pulse. Warren, what are you up to?
Actually, I'm an actor and an educator, and now I'm kind of focusing more on the acting side. So I just launched my website, WarrenLBookerJr.com, so I'm very excited about that. And at the top of this year, I actually produced an original stage play entitled The Journey Monologues, which takes you through the journey of life, dealing with depression, religion, so on and so forth. So that's been keeping me pretty busy.
Yeah. Well, again, the two of you are just such influencers and great representatives of this, fourth annual. Yes.
Yes.
I mean, really some incredible momentum.
They keep bringing us back, so I guess we're doing something right.
This is
right?
year 3, so yeah, we're
Yes,
very
yes.
excited about that.
We're going to get a new contract. Yeah. City of Little
That would
Rock,
be good.
we got
That
to
would
get
be
you. We
good.
got to get a new
Yeah,
contract.
We definitely don't want to lose this dynamic duo for
Yes,
sure.
yes.
Okay, well, let's start at the top again and go through the event details.
Definitely come and check out all the events. It starts at 7 o'clock. Most of the main stage starts around 11. So we're here all day. We got a 12-hour day, ladies and gentlemen. But like I said, it's going to be loads of fun, and you can see each time slots if you don't want to miss your favorite performer and things like that. So just get there early. If you need to leave a little bit, that's fine, or you can cool off. That's even better.
However, we encourage you to stay all day because you're there to see us. We're your favorites, so make sure that you come to see us and be there with us all day.
And you don't want to miss anything, right?
You don't want to miss anything. You don't want to hear about it. You don't want to see it on Facebook or something like that.
You definitely got to get there on time because we got an intro that's going to rock.
Yes.
Y'all.
Yes.
Yeah, so just be tuned.
Well, Warren, great to meet you. America,
Good to meet you
always
as
love
well.
being in your sunshine, honey.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. For more information about the upcoming Juneteenth and DeRock celebration, just head over to their website, juneteenthlittlerock.com. Up next, we delve into the complicated world of children, their parents, and legal rights. Luckily, Lion Legal is here, roaring to the rescue. To help us break this down for us, stick around. You're watching Arkansas Style.
You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
Welcome back to Arkansas Style. Navigating the legal system can be quite daunting, and sometimes you just want to ask questions, but who do you turn to and who can you trust? Well, roaring to the rescue to answer some legal questions from some of you is attorney Tara Poole. She's a partner and attorney ad litem with Lion Legal. Tara, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
First of all, I always like to talk about Lion Legal and what you do and the service that you provide.
We have a rock star team of attorneys that are able to take very complex cases and, I say dumb it down, but not dumb it down, but talk to you in normal terms so that our clients are sure they understand the process from the start to the finish, and know they are confident in their representation and are going to get the best result.
I'm all right with you dumbing it down for me. I really am, because again, a lot of times when you're in this legal system and you've got legal problems, it can seem so overwhelming and so intimidating. I want somebody that can tell it to me straight, and that's what we're here to do today. Today we're going to cover two topics. One is adoptions and the other is guardianships. All right, so we'll start at the top here. And the first question is, can I hire an attorney to have my rights voluntarily terminated?
No. And we get calls for this, someone calls and says, I've been paying child support, I never get to see the child, or the child's 16, 17, they've never met the child, and they want to just terminate their rights. And we cannot do that. Rights can be terminated through a DHS case, Department of Human Services, and then by a single parent adoption or a step parent adoption.
Okay, not as simple as it may sound, right? Yeah, okay, and this is of course where you come into play. Okay, so we have a second question here, and it's about adoption. When can I file for adoption, and is there a certain time frame that is required?
So there has to be a lack of significant contact with the child, and a lack of paying any kind of, or providing any kind of support for the child for up to a year. After that, then the parent can, like I said, petition to, which sounds crazy, adopt your own child, which is the single parent adoption, or if they're remarried, the step parent adoption.
Again, not as simple as it may sound, but obviously this is your expertise. You've been down this road and you can help people navigate this. All right, so in the adoption process, how hard is it to win an adoption case?
I mean, it's not a slam dunk, no matter what, right? I mean, courts take terminating a parent's rights to their child very seriously. But it's doable under the right circumstances, and especially if you have the right representation.
Yeah, okay, perfect. All right, so we've covered a little bit about adoptions, obviously a lot more to cover there, but some of our viewers' questions that we've answered. We're going to move on to guardianships. First of all, can you define what guardianship means?
A guardianship is when a ward or person is incapacitated, meaning they're unable to make decisions or handle their finances, to where a person wants to step in and file a motion with the courts to be able to handle those things for that person.
Okay, helpful to understand. So now, is it better to have a guardianship or a power of attorney?
So a power of attorney is just a form that the person signs in front of a notary. It's not a court order. Power of attorney can be revoked at any time. So, in my opinion, a guardianship for more serious things is more important and better to have, simply because it is a court order, and if anybody, I mean, people can't question. You take into, a power of attorney into a doctor's office or something, they may not take that. Whereas if you have an order, they're going to take that.
All right, Tara, refresh our memories. What is a court order and how do we get one of those?
A court order is laid out from the judge of what the responsibilities of the parties are and sets the guidelines.
Yep, those are the rules. Those are the ones you have to follow. Very important to get those court orders, and Tara can help you do that. Okay, I have a child that has autism. What do I need to get guardianship over him?
So we do these all the time. When your child has a disability, and for all guardianships, a doctor has to fill out an affidavit stating what you're diagnosed with and what they believe is the best case scenario to be least restrictive, which often a guardianship is.
Okay. All right. So these are incredible questions that we are getting from viewers that want these answered. And Tara, you're being so kind and generous, giving us really important information. Of course, kind of a jumping off point before we engage the services of a lawyer. The last question that we have from a viewer is, what is the difference between being guardian of the person and guardian of the estate? So
guardian of the person is where you're responsible for that person's care. Make sure day-to-day living skills, everything is being handled. The guardianship of the estate is handling that person's finances and making sure, funds aren't just spent willy-nilly, and protect those assets.
Okay, and an attorney can help us with this as well?
Yes.
Okay, and again, it goes back to the legal ramifications of being a guardian as opposed to being a power of attorney.
Sure.
Yes?
Because as a guardian, too, you have to annually submit reports to the court on how the person's doing. If anything has changed, you have to give an accounting of their finances. And so there's the checks and balances whenever you have that court order and your guardian versus power of attorney.
Such valuable information. You've taught me something new today too, and again, in very relatable terms. Tara, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
To connect with Tara or any of their attorneys, just check out their website, lionlegal.com. You can see what areas they focus on, as well as meet the whole pride. Stick around, the Southern Sippery is here, and these two ladies are mixing up something for the dads. Just in time for Father's Day, you're watching Arkansas Style.
You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
Welcome back to Arkansas Style. With Father's Day just behind us, we need a special drink just for the dads. And lucky for you, my sisters are here, Misty Wilbanks and Stacy Drilling, owners of the Southern Sippery, and they have just the thing. Ladies, I don't know many men who don't like the brown liquor, right?
Absolutely. It is definitely a man's favorite for sure.
So what are you making today?
We're going to make an old fashioned.
Okay.
We make it a little bit different than the traditional, so we kind of have our own spin on it, but it's one of our most popular and most requested cocktails, so we're glad to.
Okay, so describe to me what an old fashioned is, because when I moved here, everybody was drinking old fashions. Well, my Aunt Betty drank Manhattans, and I perfected the Manhattan because that was Aunt Betty's drink. It seems similar, but it is not the same.
Yes.
Right.
What's the difference?
Very similar. So with the old fashioned, you're going to want to use a rye whiskey. We prefer a bullet. It's just a really good price point. Of course, you can use anything a Buffalo Trace, Woodford Reserve if you wanted to do something a little bit better. We use 2 bitters, so you're going to use an orange bitter and a Angostura bitters. And then you are also, we'd use an orange peel and we use a cherry. We do a special, we call it special, it's a demerara sugar. So instead of your traditional sugar cube, we are actually going to, we use a demerara sugar that we do equal parts of sugar and water. We cook that down, it has some caramel notes to it, so it pairs really well with your bourbon that you're gonna use, your rye whiskey. Adds a little bit of sweetness, so you can actually determine on how sweet you want it. You can use a little more, you can use it a little less, but it really does very complex, kind of just add those flavors together. Very well rounded.
Is there vermouth in this?
No vermouth.
No, okay, there's the
vermouth.
big difference.
Yes,
Okay, because
no
Aunt Betty,
vermouth.
we had to have the
Yes,
vermouth on tap.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so you did an incredible job describing just how you come up with these recipes, and this is what makes you girls the best of the best in your game. I mean, truly, everything that you do is so perfected and curated, just the way you've described cooking down that sugar and all of that really important details.
Really good.
All right, well, how about we start shaking up a little bit?
Absolutely.
And let me brag on you a little bit more, because that's what I seem to do best when I'm with you girls, because I just love what you do so much. Folks at home, if you're just meeting the ladies from Southern Sippery, they're of course a mobile bartending service, but they are so much more than that. Take a look at your TV screen first of all. I mean, they bring the decor, and did you notice their fashion? They're always coordinating with the theme. Okay, so let's get let's get going. And all right, so
We're going to start with our 2 ounces of your bourbon.
Okay.
Bourbon of choice. Typically, you will use a rye whiskey, so that's what we're going with here.
Okay.
So after adding your 2 ounces of bourbon, we're going to add 1/4 to 1/2 ounce of your demerara sugar. It is a little bit of a deeper flavor.
Can I taste it?
Yeah,
Do
absolutely.
you mind? Okay, folks at home, look at this. This is exactly what they were describing as far as making this sugar. All right, let's see what it tastes like. Ooh,
It's really good.
It's like liquid caramel.
Yeah, it is.
Yes. Okay. Delicious.
Absolutely good.
Then we're going to stir that together.
Add your bitters. So you can add your bitters to the glass, or you can add it directly in when you stir.
Okay.
So I'm going to add that after.
All right. Look at that little neat bartending trick.
Yes.
Okay.
And of course, we use an ice cube because we're fancy like
So
that.
we do about 2 dashes of each.
And what do
we'll go
bitters
that a
do
little
for the
bit.
drink?
So your bitters are going to tone down, balance out the strength of the whiskey and the sweetness of the sugar.
Yes.
Okay.
So you definitely want to do your bitters for sure.
And then we got creative on our on our orange peels.
Hold, let Lo get this shot. I mean, folks at home, this is again next level. Look what these ladies have done. They've taken the orange peel and stamped it with dad.
Yes. So we have that. But
How'd you do that? Or is that a trade secret?
No, actually, we found it at Hobby Lobby. It's a wood burning kit. So you can do this in your oranges, your limes, your lemon peels. So you can do that with anything.
Okay. Folks at home, stop. Look at your TV screen. I'm telling you, this is incredible. I mean, obviously, we just had At Home in Arkansas, the Home magazine on. I mean, this is like home decor for your bartending service.
Yeah, absolutely.
and that's
incredible.
it. It's so easy.
Yeah, so take
All right.
a taste. see what you
Well,
think.
look at how beautiful. Well, dads, all the great dads out there doing it right for their families. This cheers is to you. And let me
Absolutely.
taste your drink for you, all right? I happen to be the dad in my family, so
Yeah, there you go. You very well
I'm the
deserved.
mom
You
and the
need
dad.
that.
So I will be drinking this to myself. Delicious.
Absolutely.
It is the perfect balance of sweetness, again, with that whiskey flavor. You know, here's the other thing is that a lot of times when you're drinking these, you know, alcohol forward drinks, when you take a sip of it, all you're tasting is the
The
alcohol.
bourbon. Yeah.
Yes, we don't want you to taste that. I mean, we want you to know, for instance, a margarita, that it's a margarita. You have tequila in it, but we want those fresh flavors, the mixture of the drink to shine through more than just an alcohol. So that's where we feel like our specialty kind of comes into in our recipes is we want you to taste the entire drink, not just the spirit.
Okay, so of course you've made a signature drink for us here today, and a lot of times you'll do this for your parties and you'll make up a special menu and a certain name, but describe kind of the nuts and bolts of your process. So when people do book you, how does it work?
Yeah, we have a quote form on our website where you can get an instant quote. There's no question about, you know, what it's going to cost. You know right then what it's going to cost, and then once you submit that form, we'll contact you, get all the details. We like to get to know our couples, so we'll send a form that, you know, where we know, you know, how they met, what their wedding colors are, what they like, what they don't like, so we kind of can put that all together and give them a custom menu that works for everyone.
And then what do you provide?
We provide everything for the bar except for the alcohol. So cups, napkins, straws, ice, all the mixers, we provide all of that.
And your mixers, let's go into detail on that a little bit more, because this is not store-bought stuff you're buying.
Right. Yes, we do our house-made syrups for our custom cocktails. And then we also, if say someone chooses an old-fashioned, we have the bourbon with us, so we'll also, you know, bring Cokes, Sprites, whatever mixers that would also go with that spirit.
Yeah, so you're not limited to just those two cocktails. Let's say somebody doesn't like that, and we can do the vodka tonics and the club sodas and they want a whiskey and Coke. So that's what we provide also with that. And then of course the beautiful garnishes that go along with it. Flowers, orange peels, lemons, cherries, whatever we're gonna make that drink pretty, because we want it to smell good, taste good, and to look beautiful.
Girls, I just can't say enough good things about you. Folks at home, I'm telling you, if you want to level up your party game, these girls are for you. Well, great to see you.
Yes, thank you.
Happy
Yes.
Father's Day to all of our
Yes,
fathers. Again, for more information about Southern Cypri or to book them for your next special occasion, head over to southerncypri.com. Stick around, it's time to work out the kinks with Heather Abed. We're heading over to her studio at Jazzercise Little Rock. That's next on Arkansas Style.
You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
Welcome back to Arkansas Style. Guess what? We've taken the show on the road. We are at Jazzercise Little Rock with my girl Heather.
I like it. This is so fun.
That's so great. So we're in your studio. Where are we at?
Yes, so our studio is located at 10700 North Rodney Parham. So very easily, you know, available to you right off the interstate. We've got lots of parking, so.
All right, and we're going to do a workout routine. We've doubled up on the equipment though.
We have.
Okay, what are we doing?
We're gonna do it all. Okay, so we're gonna work our pecs today. So our pec muscles give us good strength through our chest. They're really important for posture. So we're gonna spend some time doing 3 or 4 exercises to really strengthen these muscles. And if you're at home and you don't have a ball, you can do this laying down on the floor, laying on your bed, laying on your couch. If you wanna do it sitting in a chair, there's always an option. Just do the same muscles, the same movements that we're doing, and you'll get the workout.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, so we're gonna start by rolling down to our ball. So our ball is gonna support us. So we're gonna roll down until our head and shoulders are supported by the ball.
Oh God.
And then when you get down here, we're gonna do 2 things. We're gonna lift our hips up and pull our bellies in, okay? So we're gonna use our core. You're gonna press up, First thing we're gonna do is a pec fly. So you're gonna open those elbows wide, and then you're gonna use your chest and pull together. So you ought to really feel this through the upper part of the arm and across your chest.
Wow, okay.
So really squeeze, and you'll notice you have to pull your abdominals in, squeeze your glutes, keep those legs nice and strong so that you're supported and you don't roll around.
Okay.
So using the ball is a great way to incorporate all your muscles while you're doing the arms.
Yeah, and the gravity really makes you get that stretch.
Absolutely. Because you're up elevated, you can get more range of motion to really get more muscle involved in the movement.
Okay.
Okay, then second is just to turn your palms away from you and do the same thing. So you're pulling down into a goalpost and then you press up.
Okay.
So you gotta control that weight all the way down, get a good stretch, and then when you feel that stretch, press and squeeze together. Okay?
Yeah, that feels great.
And then you can do one more in this position. Turn the weights, palms back in, pull straight down, and then press straight up. So that one is a little less intense on the pec, but it works your tricep muscles.
Yes,
And
I
this
can
comes in handy for learning how to do push-ups. Right?
Tank top season.
Oh, push-ups. So with that said, I think we should try some of those. So roll yourselves back up. So I think a lot of people are afraid of a push-up because they say I can't do it. That's the good thing about this ball, is it's gonna help us work through that range of motion, build that muscle strength so you can actually work up to a push-up, right? So what we wanna do is get behind our ball, and you can control how hard your push-up is with this. So the farther you roll out away from your ball, the harder the push-up is gonna be, okay? So we're gonna roll forward. Oh my gosh. So if you can get it to your knees, to your ankles, or you can even keep it further back, it's whatever you wanna do, hands under your shoulders, and you're gonna try to put your nose on the floor.
Okay.
Between your hands.
Not fall
Go
off the
down
ball.
and press up.
Oh gosh, okay.
But do you see how you're working all the muscles you would in a push-up?
Yes.
But you have the ball to help support you so that you can train those muscles to be stronger.
Yeah, girl, I could not do a push-up otherwise. This is very helpful.
But it is, it helps you build those strengths. So think about taking those elbows straight back and pressing up.
Not gonna lie, this is fun.
Working out is fun.
Oh God.
Working out is fun. Okay, so roll it back. So if you don't have a ball at home, get a ball. They're about $20. And it's just a great way to work all your muscles, all your core, and it gives you support. But it's a great exercise.
Do you mind showing me that more advanced push-up where you've got it?
Sure, I can show you that. Are you gonna do it with me?
No, I'm gonna
Okay.
watch this one.
So you can take it, so obviously this would be your easiest choice. But the farther you walk out from the ball, now the more the weight is actually in your upper body, and you have to press all the way up. So you go down and press up.
Okay, that looks great. Yeah, really a lot of fun. This is a great piece of equipment. I would
It
really
is.
encourage people to check this out and take it home. Really gives a lot more
Yep.
fun to doing your workout.
Or you can come here and do it with us, and we'll have some fun music going in the background, and we'll use our ball for all sorts of activities.
Exactly. So where can we come check you out?
10700 North Rodney Parham, right off the interstate by the Crown Shop.
All right. Well, take her up on it. First class is always free. Now, if you want to join Heather and her amazing team of instructors for a workout you won't forget, head over to their Pleasant Valley Jazzercise location or download the Jazzercise app today to check out their class schedule and explore all their membership options. Coming up, Hamaker Schlemmer sent me a drink mixer, and it's a product I'm completely obsessed over. I put it to the test on my last vacation, and it exceeded my expectations. I'll show you how good it is right after the break. You're watching Arkansas Style.
You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
Let's play a little music. Welcome back to Arkansas Style. For all of my frozen drink lovers out there, this one's for you. The Nostalgia Retro Frozen Beverage Station will bring smiles all around. It makes the perfect slush drinks and smoothies that will help you beat the heat with a frozen treat. And rhyme too. Well, you know, these products from Hammacher Schlemmer, I tell you, I mean, they are things that I am completely obsessed over, and this one is absolutely no exception. I took this on the road with me on vacation to Florida, and we gave it a spin. This is a 40-ounce pitcher that you are getting with this machine, so it gives you a nice, generous portion of drinks. Here it is in plastic, and then, of course, it's got all the measurements on the outside of this. What's so fascinating about this, what I really was curious about, was it really going to deliver on its promise of being able to shave and put ice into snow? And let me tell you, this little piece of equipment can do the job well. You've got two settings here on the front here, a snow and a slush setting. And all you're doing is taking ice right from your freezer. It doesn't have to be special ice. It doesn't have to be sort of melted ice. It doesn't have to be small chips of ice. And then what you do is you're putting it into this vessel right here. And the machine does all the work. So you put the frozen ice in there, and you're going to put the lid back on it. You put the pitcher in here, and what's incredible is that you've got a paddle that's going to help stir the drink and the ice as you're mixing it. Okay, you're going to put the pitcher in there, and then, well, I'm doing it upside down anyways. And then you turn it and lock it. Turn the machine on, and again, you've got the two settings between snow and slush. And you're using just standard ice cubes when you're mixing with this machine. You get the perfect mixed frozen drink, whether you like smoothies, whether you like to do frozen margaritas or daiquiris. We did daiquiris, strawberry daiquiris, and we put some frozen strawberries in where the ice goes as well, chopped it right up and blended it right into the machine. And then you've got all of this incredible deliciousness to drink. And of course, you don't have to put the alcohol in it. If you've got kids at home, you can just use, you know, the ingredients and make snow cones and, like I said, make smoothies. So here it is. All we're doing is putting the ingredients right into the pitcher. Super, super simple. Again, it's a 40-ounce pitcher. It has all of the markings on the outside. Put it in and lock it. The paddle's already in there. Just put ice from the freezer, nothing complicated with this at all, just simple ice cubes. Didn't have to be a certain size, didn't have to be set out on the counter. I mean, this machine, I thought, is it really gonna work? I thought I was gonna blow up the motor, but let me tell you, it took it like a champ. It took all that frozen strawberry mix, it took all of those ice cubes, and then all you do is put the lid on top. You've got the pitcher affixed, you've got it locked in place, you've got the stirring paddle, and then you've got the two settings to choose from. You can either make it into a snow or a slush, and let me tell you, when that ice went through this machine, it came out just like snow. I mean, it was melted right into the drink, making it a nice cold frozen beverage, as it promises. So, of course, this is at Hammacher.com. You can go check them out. Now, we will be right back after this. You're watching Arkansas Style.
You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
Thank you all so much for joining us today, and to all of our guests and sponsors who joined us in studio. Now, before we sign off, we've got an awesome giveaway going on. Rascal Flatts lovers, this one's for you. Their brand new collab album, Rascal Flatts Duets, Life is a Highway Refueled, is here, and it's stacked with superstar power. We're talking features like Jason Aldean, Blake Shelton, Kelly Clarkson, even the Jonas Brothers, giving the iconic Flatts hits a whole new spin. And guess what? We are giving you the chance to win big. 4 lucky fans will score a vinyl copy of the album, which comes in this amazing transparent blue color. And folks at home, 1 grand prize winner will walk away with their own vinyl album, as well as this autographed Epiphone guitar signed by the entire band. You can enter now at KARK.com, Arkansas Style Giveaway, and be sure to grab your copy of the album or stream it wherever you get your music. We will see you all again next time. Ready for this? With love. Mwah.
Thank you for watching Arkansas Style with Nicole Neiman. Furniture provided by Hank's Fine Furniture. Nicole's wardrobe coordinated by Style Me Stephanie. Fresh flowers provided by Norwood Day Floral Company.